welcome to Knit a Rainbow Vlogmas Day 6. Let's get right into all the things that I have been working on. I finished adding the sleeves onto my day-by-day cardigan. This is a pullover. I finished knitting the sleeve, knitting the rest of the yarn that I had left over from the one skein for the trim on the day-by-day pullover. I can't wait to wear it. What I did, you can look back on the other days. I just steam blocked it, so I really do want to give it a wet block because you can kind of tell where I started, and the reason for that is I used the bind off. I wanted to use as much yarn as I possibly could. It also doesn't feel as soft and scrumptious because maybe I don't know why, but after I talk about it, I'm going to wet block it. But I wanted to steam it out. I thought maybe I could steam it and wear it this weekend. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be able to wear it on Sunday. So here it is. And you can kind of see right here is the end of the pattern. And I ended up knitting a full 32 rows on both of them. And I think this, I'm so excited to try this on. I really am. Maybe I'll wear it once before I wet block it. I love it. I love it. And so I'm giggling. When I got up here, I thought of what I'm going to do the tutorial for today. And I realized I brought everything up into the attic and I forgot the needles for this project that I'm going to start. The project is in size 7 needles, and there was a pair of needles on my desk here, and I looked and I thought, oh, it's meant to be size 7. Isn't that incredible? Yay! Then I saw something else on my desk, which is a technique video that I did for the sheet blocks. Guess what size needle? 7. Here they are. Here's one of them anyway. Yeah, right on my desk, right on my desk. Not even underneath a pattern or anything, right on my desk. Drat. Well, let's take this out because I'm going to use this in the beginning for the tutorial. I'm glad that I'm not alone with the wonderful comments that I received. Like, hey girl, we feel you. Like, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love all of your comments. Cozy Sock Knitter worked on that this morning. Here is day 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a really pretty lavender color. This in-between color is like a khaki, but not, you know, it's like a really pretty color. So those are done. Vita Lifestyle, day 5. Here it is. And we have our first strip completed. What you're going to do now, since you're knitting on your size 4, unless you have 11 billion needles like I do in one size, what I like to do is I will take this and I will put it on the barber cord. I will take this and I will put it on a barber cord. Then I will work my second strip. I will take the second strip, place it on my barber cord, and do the seaming, which is going to be so easy because when I start a new strip, just the first square of each strip, I leave a nice long tail so that I can use that when I'm seaming up. Yesterday, I told you that I had started another stocking. And here it is. She's all finished. And I started it again because A, my computer was on the fritz, and B, I wanted to try out with the shadow heel just a little variation. And once it was blocked, I wanted to see if this was something that I was going to like better. So let's look at the first one we did with these super bright white locks. So here is the spot that isn't my favorite. When you're doing the shadow heel technique, you are finishing on the last triplet you make is on the purl side. You turn around and then you come across the heel stitches, you knit 3 together on the knit side, the last triplet, and then you continue to knit around until you get to the triplet that was made on the purl side. And when I knit the 3 together, when I first started using this technique, there was a big gaping hole. So I thought, all right, I'm going to pick up the running stitch in between those 2 stitches, and that, which is what I usually do under an armhole when I'm coming back around. So I did that, and it remedies it because it looks like this, which is good enough. These are little ornaments that you're going to give away or put on the tree or do whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. So I thought when I finish that triplet, that last triplet on the purl side, and I come back, I turn, I knit across, and I'm getting to that knit 3. I'm knitting the triplet on the knit side. I thought, why not go to the next needle and make a twin there, come back around, and then so now I'm on the purl side, and I would purl 3 together, purl that last triplet, and then make another twin on the next needle. And then I would turn and I would remedy it that way. And I thought to myself, you know, I think that would be really smart, and I think it would look better. I don't know. You all can be the judge. Place in the comments which one you think. And here it is. So this is the last triplet here, and then the twin is right there. And then here it is on this one. So you let me know. Can I get them both there? So this is the one where I picked up the running thread, and this is where I continued and made another twin after the heel was done. Hope that makes sense. Didn't make sense, let me know, and I will write it down on paper so that you can see. Okay. That's what I worked on today. I also worked on some stuff that I can't tell you. One last thing about this. I wanted to show you how much yarn I had left over from the skein. You guys ready? I'm telling you, when I say I used every last bit, every last bit of that yarn. That's what I had left over. I thought that was amazing that that's what I had left over. Let's look at Vita Land. Day 6 is Mary Berry. So this is going to be the first block of the second strip. Oh yeah, baby. Holy cow. Oh, it's close, but not really. Are you guys ready? Oh man. It's getting blown out by the light. It's way prettier there. So gorgeous. Just my color. Woo-hoo-hoo! Well, I'm so excited. All right, so we will put that in the bag to start the next strip. I am wearing a sweater that I designed a couple years ago, and it is exploded lace, and it is called Hidden Butterflies. I love it. I think it's just a great sweater. In the summertime, you can wear it with a tank top underneath it. So it is bracelet length, bracelet sleeve length. Of course, you can lengthen the sleeves. That's so easy. It is top down, all one piece. I'll stand up for you. To extend the life of this sweater, I am wearing it with a top underneath so that the bracelet length sleeves, or the 3/4 sleeves, I'm not cold because I have my shirt underneath it. The reason why it's called Hidden Butterflies is when I was figuring out how to increase it for the top down, I had no idea this happened, but look what happened. Can you see? Wait, I have to put my glasses on again. Can you see the butterfly? Here's one wing and another wing. Here it is. Can you see them? Isn't that cool? So that's why it's called Hidden Butterflies. It's made in DK weight yarn, and it's knit on a, I don't know, 7 or an 8. Probably 7 because I won't find it when I want to make another one, which I do want to make another one. I also was thinking the day by day, the next time I go to my local yarn shop, my son, one of my sons gave me a gift certificate for my birthday, and I'm going to go and get some. I would really, really like this sweater with the elongated arms. I'm gonna do that in like a black. Wouldn't that be gorgeous for the winter? I'm gonna do that. Next time I go to my local yarn shop, I'm gonna do that. So today I was doing tons of knitting, as you can see this morning, and I was watching a new to me podcast, Sweet Skein of Mine. And she was and she dyes yarn, and she was talking about a gift knitting that and a pattern that she loves, and it's free, and it's called Campside by Alicia Plummer, and it is 3 skeins of DK weight yarn. So I was to the stash. Oh, I forget what, oh yeah. Oh, lucky me. I remember getting this many, many years ago. This is DK called from Queen City Yarns. And this is their berry stomp color. They're pretty. And I thought, you know what? I have a gift that I didn't know what to get someone, and let's see how long it takes me to knit this shawl on size 7 needles with this free pattern. So thank you, Amanda of Sweet Skein of Mine. I thoroughly enjoyed your Vlogmas that I watched this morning. And can I just say to everybody that the one that I watched, I think it was day 4 or day 5. She's incredibly talented. Her house is beautiful. She started her day at like 10 to 5. So like 4 something, she's making coffee, and she had the most adorable pajamas on and looked beautiful. I also noticed I was watching Chelsea's podcast, and Christina has adorable pajamas and looks beautiful. Like, you know, she goes out to feed her chickens, and, you know, she's making coffee and frothing her milk, and she looks great. I turned the camera on me this morning. First of all, I have like my t-shirt is basically disintegrating because I have to barely wear, you know, anything when I'm going to bed because I'm over 50. And I had like pieced, you know, some pajama bottoms that I had found in my drawer, and I had a hoodie sweatshirt on. I looked horrible, my hair horrible, and I just started laughing at myself like, who are you kidding? So way to go, Christina and sweet skein of mine, Amanda. I think you're beautiful, and I think you guys are beautiful first thing in the morning. That's not this girl. Okay. Let's talk about, because it's a free pattern, I feel like I can talk about it. By the way, thank you, Alicia. This pattern is not only all of the charts are written out, so if you're not a chart person, but she also includes the charts. This starts out as a tab shawl. I actually have a tab shawl. Oh no, it's with my tab. It's with Tabitha. But the shawl that I designed, that's called the Shoreline shawl, that is a tab shawl. So it starts with a wee little bit of knitting, and then you're going to pick up stitches around it, and then it grows that way. So I thought, why don't I show you how I would cast on for this, because I'm going to. All day I have wanted to cast on for this since this morning. I'm also going to be checking out Amanda's shop, Sweet Skein of Mine, because she had shown a color that it was a light pink, and I was like, oh man, I'm all over that. I want to do that. I found this in my stash, and I thought, why not use it? I want to see what's going on, and if I like making this, you know, who knows? The possibilities are endless. Let's go down to my hands and check out the tutorial for today. All right, we're going to backward loop cast on 2 stitches. So I'm going to hold my end here. I don't need a lot, just whatever I'm going to need to weave in, and I'm going to stick it on the needle, and then stick it on the needle. I'm just going to hold that so it doesn't unravel. Okay. Knit 10 rows in garter stitch. So we all know garter stitch is knit every row. So let's knit 10 rows. Let's not split the yarn. Oh, the yarn is very pretty. All right, friends, once we're done with that first row, it's not hard at all. Two. Now, before we do the last 10, before we do the 10th one, I want to talk to my new knitters here. Also, can we see how bad that is? Do you see that's cracked all the way across? I'm trying very hard to not, I mean, look at how far down that is. Ugh. And it has a heartbeat, it's killing me. But for my new knitters, when you're working garter stitch, do you see how you have this big fancy, this big kind of loop here? Well, the reason why it's so big is because it doesn't have a friend next to it to hold its hand. So it's just kind of flailing out there. The way that it tightens up is when you work the next row. And that's why when you look at it, it's working up this way. So that's why it kind of looks like that. And when I have new knitters and they're knitting garter stitch, knit every row, one thing that I remind them is remind yourself, because you're not always working with 2 stitches. Sometimes you're working with 15, 20. The quickest mistake to make is when your yarn is coming around the back and this looks like 2 stitches. And so that's how a lot of new knitters, when they're knitting garter stitch, their work seems to grow this way. It usually is because in the beginning, because this guy is waiting for his friend either next to or above, and he can kind of get a little wonky and look like 2 stitches. So just a little tip for new knitters. And if you're teaching someone how to knit, make sure you tell them have their working yarn down first. So that will create that. It'll force him down a little bit. All right, so now let's work row 10. See, he's behaved now. Work row 10. All right, now it says knit 2. I'm assuming this is row 11. So we're going to knit 2, 1, 2, rotate, work 90 degrees, pick up and knit 5 stitches along the edge, 1 stitch in each garter ridge. So let's find the garter ridge before we just start jumping in and knitting. I see 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. You can either knit into this little bump here, which is what I'm going to do, or you can go in between the stitches. So I'm going to, all right, we're here. We've knit those 2 stitches. Now we're going to turn our work. I'm going to go into the little bump and I'm going to pick up a stitch. 1. Let's go into the next bump. 2. Going to go into the next one. 3. 4's coming up. I split it. 4. And the last one here is 5. Okay. That looks pretty good. Then it says pick up, rotate work 90 degrees, pick up and knit 2 stitches on the cast on edge. All right. Let's move our tail out of the way, and we're going to look before we act. I'm going to go here. That looks like 1. Okay, when this happens, I'm going to take, if I had a smaller crochet hook, I would go use the crochet hook. Here we go. Here's the crochet hook. I'm going to wrap the yarn around the crochet hook, pull it through. This is a little bit big. All right, it's pulled through, and now I can place it on the needle, making sure when you place it on the needle that the right leg is leading. All right, so you're welcome to use this. Use a smaller one because we're going in a tiny space. Here's the other stitch. You can pull it through and place it on your needle if you want. Now it says we should have 9 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yay! Now we're going to do a setup row where we are going to place markers. But, my friends, that is for you to do. I just wanted to show you how you can pick up stitches. Now, as I'm looking at this, I don't like this hole. I don't like that hole. So I'm going to go into a different spot. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab that spot. And I like that much better because it looks, see how there's a little stitch here and now there's a little stitch there. I just like the way that looks better. And again, if you do something and you knit something and you don't like the way that it looks, please, by all means, try new things out. Try to see if that's something that you would like. I love the way that looks now. Before it was too, there was this big open hole. Oh, I'm so much happier with that. All right, friends, let me know if you're going to knit this. Let me show it to you again. It's called Campside by Alicia Plummer. Look at how pretty that is. I'll show you another picture. Look, doesn't that look squishy and lovely? Here's another one. All right, friends, enjoy. Hey, really quick, are you guys staying till the end? Do you like the bloopers? Those are actual real-time bloopers that whilst I am editing, I have to edit them out. But they are. I don't know. Let me know if you like them and I'll keep them in. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here on day 6. I love having you. It's Friday. I'm so excited. My husband and I are going to go out for a nice supper together. And we're just going to enjoy the evening. I'm trying to figure out how to film my evenings and put them in the vlogs, but I really just start with the beginning of my day and then however it ends. I don't really show you guys the evenings. I hope you enjoyed my decorating around my house. I hope that you're enjoying yourself whilst you're here. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Don't forget, the more comments you leave from day 1 until the end of Vlogmas, they will be in a random drawing and there is a giant prize at the end. So if you would like to be involved with that, please leave a comment below. If you don't want to comment on the video, you can always tell me where you're from. Say, hey, how you doing? And I just appreciate you for being here. I hope that you are enjoying your time and taking time to be quiet, to enjoy the quiet moments of this season. You know, I kind of feel like Mother Nature knew what she was talking about when she has the lights go down pretty early in the day so that you kind of stop, if you can, reflect and be quiet. And I hope that happens for you, whether it's 4:30 in the morning or whether it's 4:30 in the afternoon, because it's certainly dark both times. I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know, I can't believe I'm giggling so hard.